Good evening. Do y'all remember that? The Alfred Hitchcock hour? Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock come on to talk about good evening. Well, I'm back again for another review of Power Season 3, Episode 4. And it's taken me a little bit longer, tonight to get started on this video, because I didn't want to go talking about something that I can't remember. So I went back to watch the last episode of Season 2 because of part of the topic that we're going to be talking about today. And when I get to that part, I'm going to get to that part. Now, this episode, it's a good episode. I'm not as pumped up about it as I was the last episode. But I still like this episode as well. This episode was good. And it has me looking at things a little bit, not differently, but calming myself down to just to realize that I do not fuck with Ghost this season. I fell off with Ghost last season, and I never have fucked from season 1, 2, and 3. I do not fuck with Angela at all. But now I'm sitting there saying, well, maybe these two motherfucking unhappy motherfuckers need to be together, because I can't stand either one of them motherfucking asses. And we're gonna get it. I am so happy that people are now leaving comments, and I just want to get some more feedback from y'all. Just about the show. About this episode, and see if I'm completely off base or not. So that's what I'm looking for from y'all this time. It's just giving y'all's comments. If you're gonna view it, tell me what you think. But it starts off with Tasha getting dressed in her dressing room, and Angela getting dressed in her bedroom. And I'm like, I fucks with Tasha to the end. Tasha has not done no wrong. She is loyal. And I see where her whole life was her kids and Ghosts. And just living, she's never been no uppity person. She never bought her friends. She looked out for Keisha like a motherfucker. And Keisha, and you know what, don't get me wrong, Keisha ain't using her at all either. But it's just, she's like, if I'm going to be rocking like this, my girl's going to rock like this. There's nothing, no, I love me some Tasha, but everything about Angela's ass, everything about that bitch. And I'm just seeing them get dressed, and I'm like, what the fuck, Ghost? How do you fuck up Tasha to go to this motherfucking bitch that has been nothing but bringing your motherfucking ass down, and you still with the motherfucking bitch? I don't have no sympathy for you, Ghost. I wish we ain't gonna have no power if we don't have no Ghost. We ain't gonna have no power if we don't have no Tommy, and we ain't gonna have no power if we don't have Kanan. And I guess that's something that I'm going to have to learn that we're going to have to live with in this show, because without those three and the bitches that go along with it, we got to have her Tasha's. She ain't going to go nowhere. And she going to have her little side person. But there's certain things that this show just will not function without these particular players. And if they take any of them out, it's going to change the whole dynamic of power. I do believe that. So let's get started on the review. So they taking off their clothes, or not taking off their clothes, getting dressed for the day. So Ghost is talking to Tasha. She got him on speaker. You know how we do. We ain't gonna stop anything when we do getting dressed or whatever. We throw shit on motherfucking speaker. Talk about, did you handle everything with school? He said, well, I gotta volunteer. Because first of all, they was getting ready to expel Tyreek from school altogether. Okay, but Tasha being the bitch she is, like, nah, bitch. when it don't roll like that, bitch. You didn't do that for such and such and such, and these little white people is such and such. And she ran the motherfucking down, and the woman said, "Well, I guess we can be able to make some exceptions, but there's gonna be a cost." So she said, "I wouldn't expect anything less." Tasha is my bitch. But anyway, she gonna have to do some community, volunteer work up at the school, and he has to see a therapist. And he was like, well, make sure you sit down and talk to him and tell him, don't talk about, just anything and everything. And Tasha is not a dummy, and she is gonna talk to Tyreek. Now, my thing is, Tyreek is not no dummy either. I know he's at that age where he knows that his daddy is a drug dealer. And he don't know exactly what he's doing or how big he is, and we now know about these clubs or whatever. But still, Tyreek has to know from all the dealings of just being around. I mean, he wasn't sheltered to the point where he's not smart, but they ain't never came out and said nothing to him. But I believe Tyreek can be able to go into those therapy sessions and not say anything. And so, anyway, so Ghost gonna make a comment. He didn't make no statement. Tasha said, well, look, he has therapy or whatever, and I can take him to the therapist, but I'm gonna need you to pick him up because she has something to do. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that because, I gotta meet with Karen Bassett. Ghost, you just can't pick and choose when you're gonna decide that you're gonna be a daddy, man. That's the fucked up part about this whole thing. And it's fine and dandy. He said, well, I'm out here trying to make money for the club so we can build. You do for the kid, but you still got to be a dad. It ain't about what you doing as far as financially. You got to be there for the kids too. You can't pick and choose, Ghost, what moment you going to decide to be a daddy and what moment you not. And Tasha's not on duty 24/7. If she has something else, she got to do it. Dad, you supposed to step in. And then because you got to meet with you, baby, I got to pick up my son. Can we reschedule? Can we do this another time or whatever? She's so cool. She's cool. I think I like how she is because she kind of reminds me of the person that brought the people that was throwing all these different parties or whatever and was using his club, that she came and just tried him out and she really liked it, and she was using him or whatever, the one that kept on trying to take a picture with him. This was back in like season 1 or season 2, I can't remember, I think it was season 1, but she kind of reminds me of one of them people that's cool like that and can bring the money, but still goes no, and then he goes, oh, so I can't see my son? I mean, you gonna stop my son from coming over here? She said, no, you can see your son anytime you want to. She ain't never sit there. But after that motherfucking incident with Tyreek, fuck that motherfucking goddamn dumb shit. She ain't coming around. I mean, he ain't coming over that motherfucking house ever again. So when he get off the fucking phone, Angela's still getting dressed in the room or whatever, and they both talking on speaker. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he was. No, he had a phone up to his ear, but she could hear his conversation. And she said, Jamie, I'm sorry. He said, well, it's okay. I mean, it ain't gonna happen again. And I'm like, y'all two unhappy motherfuckers. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. Y'all just sit there and fucked up, changed everybody's motherfucking life, everything about y'all, and it's just fucked up that everything is because of Angela and Ghost. And I fuck Angela because Angela, I don't have no like for her at all, period. But it's all fucking Ghost's fault. Because he sees somebody that he had a crush on back in fucking high school, man. And he done went through all these motherfucking changes to get with her. And then he gonna act like he just trying. Bitch, you a bitch ass nigga, Ghost. You getting the fuck on my nerves, dog. Shit, he's getting on my motherfucking nerves. So then it's going to Tommy fucking Holly. Y'all know I don't fuck with no motherfucking Holly. I think that she's gonna be the downfall of every motherfucking body. And when she didn't last season, I just knew she was getting ready to take everybody the fuck down. Because Holly is so thirsty, and she wants to be all this and all that. And that bitch gets on my motherfucking nerves. And that bitch is pregnant. I can't even take that motherfucking goddamn shit right now. I'm not ready for it. Get an abortion, bitch, because you're unstable, crazy, psycho motherfucking ass. Don't think cause Tasha does it that your motherfucking ass can do it, cause you can't. Tasha's a bad bitch. She ain't coming into she can swing everything, and plus like she has her mamas, but bitch, you don't have nobody. And you won't think it's nothing but that baby's not gonna be nothing but a pawn for you to be able to get more of anything. Bitch, don't do it. Don't do it, Holly. I can't say, but you know what? When you know, last season, the difference of season 1 when motherfucker Tommy was fucking bitches, and I'm like, I fucks with Tommy. I think Tommy is that roughneck motherfucking goddamn white boy that I would let him have his motherfucking ass way with me. Because he would sit there and slam me down on that motherfucking bed and pull my motherfucking hair that I don't motherfucking have and have me calling his motherfucking goddamn name. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit there and say, you know, I'm just rolling. I mean, but when he's fucking Holly, I'm like, he ain't even. I mean, is he just fucking her because he wants to get a motherfucking nut? And I'm trying, you know what? Tommy's a fucking freak, man, y'all. And he's supposed to enjoy that motherfucking shit. And he just flipped her motherfucking ass around. Because he was hitting her doggies out like, I don't even want to see you, bitch. I'm just... And he just motherfucking getting that motherfucking shit. But then she start riding his motherfucking ass. And I'm seeing his motherfucking face. And then he flipped her over and had her in the motherfucking missionary or buck position. Motherfucking... And I was like, ooh. You don't even deserve that dick, Holly. Shit, move the fuck over, bitch. Let me slide up in that motherfucker. I'll give him motherfucking nothing he won't motherfucking forget. Shit, fuck that shit. But, so he get up, put his clothes on, and said, I need you to get in touch with Tasha. We need to meet. And rolls the fuck on out. You know, she laying there all nasty and shit. He walking out the motherfucking door all nasty and shit. But, you know, it is what it is. Tommy's a motherfucking... I ain't saying he's the cleanest motherfucker, y'all. I ain't saying that motherfucking shit. You know how white boys are. White people are. They ain't always the cleanest ass motherfuckers. So, I mean, if I was to suck his motherfucking dick, I'm gonna have to have a little rag and shit, little wipe or whatever, and then wipe that motherfucking dick off or tell him jump in the motherfucking shower first, because I don't know where that motherfucking dick has been, but then after that, it's on. That motherfucker is sexy. And plus, Holly's still sitting there trying to press him about killing ghosts. And he said, I got this under control. Just leave. I mean, and she's stressing him out on the whole motherfucker. She letting him be the man that he is. But let me tell y'all something. I don't know what it is about season 3 of Power, but Jukebox and her little crew for her little job, I'm gonna tell you there's at least 3 motherfuckers. I had to go back and sit there, check it out. I mean, I was getting ready to say all of them was, but you already know Dirt. Hey, Dirt's just, I mean, I already said it last week. Dirk was going to be an expendable, okay? But whatever their timeline is, because they get ready to rob now, she said the ice is going to be on the move, so our timetable has to move up. And they going over, you know, who's doing what, who's going to be where. And then Kanan comes downstairs, and he come up in there, and he trying to sit down right at the table and talk shit. And, you know, these niggas don't know him. Oh, but motherfucking goddamn Doc or whatever, and Frog, and then the one with the motherfucking dreads up in his head, or, you know, whatever. These motherfucking niggas are fine as motherfucker, man. I am telling you. Jukebox has some motherfuckers picked. Now, one of them is just is ugly, and Dirk is already ugly. But he ain't even going to be part of the crew besides what they needed him for. His purpose that they need him for. And then after that I already knew he was going to be an expendable. So Kanan once again come in there talking shit, and they say, "Oh no, this motherfucker ain't. Who is this?" And she's like, "Wait a minute, I run this motherfucker shit. I say who the fifth person is." Once again, Jukebox jumps in and checks Kanan, but at the same time, she checks everybody else on not fucking with Kanan. And I'm like, man, these motherfuckers are fun. But I mean, this video is starting to go a little bit too long, so I'm gonna speed things up a little bit though. So Jukebox goes in, I'm saying, man, your hands ain't no good. I don't think you can motherfucking even jerk off. And he said, I'm good with my hands or whatever. He said, I'm getting stronger. And he had that little squeeze thing. And so she said, nigga, you can't even jerk off. So she leave out the room. She go upstairs to her bedroom. And whoever, I don't even know what the fuck Jukebox girlfriend's name is. She up in there. And she's like, she said, Jukebox don't think you can jerk off, can you? And she started like taking her shirt off. He said, and so she go over there, and he think he gonna touch. She said, "Nah, nigga, you ain't smashing." She want to know if you can jerk off. And yeah, man, let me tell y'all something. I mean, there's just some good things about the motherfucking show, because he put his hands out in his pants, and you know what? I think 50 Cent is sexy as a motherfucker, and I would love to give him some fucking goddamn head. Love it. And when he started, she was like, shoot, you got to work both them motherfucking hands. She put, let's not let this one go to waste. So she put the other hand up in underneath her skirt, and he's like fingering her shit, and she's feeling it and everything, and he motherfucking jerking his motherfucking dick, and that motherfucking head of that motherfucking dick, you can see it, and I just want to just lick the like top of the head while he was motherfucking jerk. That shit was sexy to me, y'all. And y'all might be saying, whatever, but you know, I don't got no shame in my game. I'm strictly motherfucking dickly. I mean, I don't want nobody who's getting fucked. I don't want nobody who's sucking dick. I don't want nobody who does any of that bitch ass shit. That's my job, and I'm motherfucking strictly motherfucking dickly. So I got hot behind that motherfucking thing. But y'all, they did the job. And I didn't know what the job was. Dirt. I'm going to call him Dirt. I think, or Dirk. I don't know what his name is. But the guy from the first episode and the last episode that was in there. The little scared ass, bitch ass nigga that Kanan, said something to. And they had like a little beef or whatever in the last one. And Jukebox stepped in and said, this is my motherfucking man. I got him. And you can't even walk. You can't even barely walk or whatever. So I mean, just let me handle this. Well, anyway, he works at this jewelry store, and Kanan's coming in. He's gonna go back and he's gonna snatch what it is that they trying to. Because they specifically going in for certain thing for whatever type of ice it was. It was something that was big in the safe in the back. So. Dirk had to play the role like he was helping his customer or whatever. They come in saying get on the ground, and he like popped him and threw him out into what's the name? He said take me to the back, and they get back in the back, and he's like, wait a minute. He kept on pushing him. He said, wait a minute, man, stop, and we back here now. And so he opened up the safe, and he's like, and Kanan had that motherfucking rifle once he had everything in the motherfucking bag, and he had that shot, whatever the fuck it was. It wasn't no regular gun. And shot him motherfucking dead in the middle of his head. And I was like, I knew they were gonna kill him afterwards. Because first of all, he had to do that because he was not strong enough. It wasn't in him. He thought he was the way it was sold to him by Jukebox, that he would be up from his cut, he'll be able to, pay off his student loan thing. But he wouldn't have been able to be somebody once the cops would have came questioning him. He didn't have no backbone. He's not somebody that you gonna rely and hope he don't motherfucking, say the wrong thing. I mean, they had to kill him. Because he has no game in him at all. He wasn't one of the ride or die people that was up in here. That's what they do. This is what I do. This is what I'm down for. He was not one of those. We needed him to go back there and do what he did. And once he did what he did, he has to go. So, okay, but, so anyway, I told y'all earlier in the episode he was fingering her, and he was jerking off, and I got all excited. So she goes upstairs and tells Jukebox after she because Jukebox controls her. If you in love and maybe she had nothing, and Jukebox shows her, she eats, she gets fucked up, she's taken care of by Jukebox. So she is, one thing that the bitch is, she is loyal to Jukebox. And you don't see that loyalty too often. Okay, but she is definitely loyal to Jukebox. So she go up and said, both his hands work. and so that's how Kanan got onto the job. And so when he comes back, so Kanan sit there and went on the way out when they was running out of the jewelry store after he had killed oh boy, he grabs this watch out of the showcase. Or grabs some bracelet or something out of the showcase. So he come back from the job. Jukebox is at work, and old motherfucking I gotta get what her motherfucking name is. I can't remember what her name is, and I guarantee y'all, I promise you this: the next episode I will tell y'all what her name is, but I'm not gonna look for it right now. She up there, always making tea or always doing something, and she come in there. She said, "This ain't no free show." And he said, I got something. He said, what Jukebox? She said, she at work, protect and serve. And he said, I got something for you. And he put it on there, and she opened it up. It says, like, real bracelet. She said, Jukebox gives me everything I need. And he said, everything. And he go over there and start kissing her and pull she on the tabletop or whatever. And he go over there. And I don't know, it's just something about 50 Cent swag. And don't get me wrong, I know the motherfucker. I'm good. I ain't even an ass person, y'all. I'm for real. I'm not so much of an ass person when I do. Some people like them or whatever. I might grab that ass to squeeze into me, but I don't be looking at ass. But his ass was looking quite good, y'all. And I know his ass was kind of stiff. But his motherfucking ass just got burnt up. His whole body, he ain't at that point where he ready to be in this position and that motherfucking position. I'm glad his motherfucking ass can get that motherfucking dick up and, make that motherfucking bitch scream. He ain't doing all the motherfucking, we gonna roll around and make motherfucking love. No, he ain't gonna do that. No. I would have taken just what I would have just dropped to my motherfucking knees is what I would have done. But then... But the whole thing about that, and I think I'm going to be done with Kanan and the DC crew and all that, is later on in the episode, 50 and Jukebox is at a strip club. And you know what? Jukebox plays this motherfucking role like she is just so motherfucking goddamn cool, don't lay back and talking about they sitting there throwing dollars on. She said, nigga, you owe me for fucking motherfucking my girl. He said, she said, and what I tell you about motherfucking stealing some, how you gonna give her some motherfucking gift that you stole from a motherfucking job that we just motherfucking did? And what you don't do that? He said, I just wanted to see if she was gonna be loyal to you. That motherfucking bitch is loyal to his motherfucking ass all day. To her ass all day. She don't let nothing. And you know what? And I gotta give that to the bitch, even though the bitch is just kind of whatever. That she's being controlled by Jukebox. I gotta give it to her. Bitch, if you loyal to your bitch, then you loyal to your bitch. And you don't find niggas that'll be loyal to another motherfucking nigga like that. They would have motherfucking fucked him and not even said a motherfucking word that he came on. He was like, did y'all fuck? Oh, no. What you talking about? Because that's just what niggas do. But that bitch is loyal to her. So let's go back over to the dumbass motherfucking goddamn Angela. Angela gonna pop up at Tasha's building. And she gonna be like, now, first of all, Tasha's like, she says, he dead? He in jail? Well then, bitch, what the fuck is you doing in my motherfucking building for? She said, well, I just wanted to tell you that I got Tariq's record expunged, and it won't even be on his record at all. And she said, well, wait a minute. She said, first of all, let me tell you that you didn't do this motherfucking thing for motherfucking Tariq. And you sure in the hell didn't do it for me. You did this for motherfucking Ghost. And she said, well, let me tell you something. Once you start doing motherfucking favors for Ghost, you will never motherfucking stop. And I didn't realize that she was calling him Ghost in front of Angela. But she did. And so that. So, Ghost later on jumps on, because, you know, Angela's sister is coming to dinner. And, you know, her sister never even liked Jamie from when they was kids or whatever. She always told me he wasn't good. She just realized tonight that he's still married and hasn't gotten a divorce yet. But, so he was sitting there, he was cooking dinner or whatever. He said, when the fuck you do go past Tasha's house? Without asking me. She said, I don't have to ask you. He said, yes, you motherfucking do when it comes to my wife. And then I kind of sparked. He said, I wasn't trying to say that. But then the doorbell rings and that's Paz. And she come up in there and they have their little motherfucking dinner and everything is all cute or whatever. And they drink wine. She's talking about her son and just graduated and he's out there looking for a job. And Ghost gonna sit there and offer that he would get him a job at the club. And she said, no thank you. But right now things are too unstable. And I don't want my son to be coming there. He said, what you mean? She said, well, wonder if you and Angela break up. And then my son is up in there between y'all's awkwardness or whatever. He said, She said, thank you, but no thank you. And she thought that he was divorced. She said, well, how your kids take it from you being divorced? And then that's when everything got silent and Angela went to the other room. Yo, I got 10 more minutes. This video is going longer than what I wanted it to, but I gotta say my opinion on this because I really want some feedback on what y'all think about this shit. So, the reason why I got started late on this video was because I went back to second season and watched that last episode because I wanted to see if when Louise left, when Louise Cruz left, I was wondering if he was because he was scared of Ghosts or was he scared of Lobos. I wasn't sure. I thought he was just packing it up and said all this killing and all this shit going on, everything's hot. I'm just gonna go. We're gonna live. Our family's gonna move. And what's the name? But he actually, Ghost came to him like, you see everybody's dropping like flies and it's Lobos, and we the only ones that have seen what he looked like. So he's Gary come from me and you, so we all gonna have to get. He said leave New York, and he said yeah, we gonna all you, your family, everybody. So. You know, Knox is trying to searching for where Louise was at. Well, old dude, the other cop who don't fuck with Angela, found out where he was, and he goes over to Greg. And you know what, Greg, up until the end of the episode, has been just looking like he was just like one of them psychos that just can't let it go. He was letting his whole face go. He was just looking like just pathetic. And he's never been the smartest ass motherfucker. Because when you got played by Angela as many times, if you got played by Angela to the point where she got you suspended. Why in the fuck are you still fucking with this motherfucking bitch unless you won't bring her ass all the way down? So, he said, the dude was sitting there telling me, laying back, he said, well, he said, you a hard worker. He said, at least you didn't suck no dick to go up the ladder. He was suggesting that she sucked Mike's dick. Now, we already know Mike is in with Lobos, but anyway, she didn't suck his motherfucker, but he's defending her motherfucking monkey ass. But he pop up down at Louise and tell him, look, Lobos is still alive. And he's going to be coming for you. So, you can either sit there and let your family, because first of all, how he roll. He's going to sit there. He's going to go after your fucking family. And so what what you planning on doing? He said, we can give you protection and whatever. And if you sit there and put him away, we make your deal and you come back up here and have your territory and go back to things as normal. Now, he's promising some shit that ain't really going to fly off. But he at least got Louise to sit there and agree. So he come back up to, what's the name, Angela. And, I was so happy. I was so motherfucking goddamn happy when he came up. And Angela comes into the fucking goddamn room and sees Mike said, well, we want to welcome back to the team Greg Knox. He's somebody who, landed us with a big fish that we needed in our case against Lobos. And so Greg said, yes, I found Louise, and he's going to testify. And even though we're going to have to make a deal with him or whatever, but from what he's going to give us, we're going to bring down the whole network. That Angela's face just went completely motherfucking goes. This bitch don't even know what to do. Don't even know what the mother do. So I told you earlier, Tommy wanted Angela to get into. Wanted Holly. Angela. Tommy wanted Holly to get in touch with Tasha because they need to speak. So we go over. They go over to her house, and Tasha's just so cool and laid back. And wait a minute, y'all. Before I get to that, Keisha comes over, and they was sitting her and Tasha. You know how girlfriends, whatever. And she was like moving her bag or something. And she seen the gun in there, and I'm like, Tasha, there's too many secrets between people where you're not. And I know why Tasha's doing it, because if she don't know, then she's not going to be accountable for it. And I understand that, but that's your girl, and you should have told her that you had the gun in your person and you were carrying it. But all these secrets that everybody's keeping, it's just like you think you protecting somebody and that harms them in the way. Because if they don't know what the fuck is going on, then they looking stupid, and you got to even come to a point where you're going to know that that you trust somebody that much. So, anyway, so Holly and Tommy come over there, and then Tariq comes out. He said, "What's up, Uncle Tommy?" She's like, "You need to talk to him, because he's been showing his ass at school." And so he said, "Come on, let me talk to you." I'm sorry, Rick, and they go up there, and he was being Uncle Tommy the way he was supposed to be. And Holly's ass real slick, gonna try to pour down some wine down the sink. And Tasha caught that much. She said, "Since when did you start pouring wine down the sink?" And she said, "You very quiet." She said, "Bitch, oh, Tommy I'm gonna go show Holly this new lipstick I got." She said, "Bitch, are you pregnant?" She said, "What is you gonna do with the motherfucking baby?" She said, "Will you do it?" Bitch, don't ever in your motherfucking life, Holly, compare your motherfucking life with motherfucking Tasha's, because you'll never be a Tasha. And you trying to already sit there and even be able to count like a motherfucking Tasha. But bitch, you can't sit there and teach nobody how to be able to be in a motherfucking counting Tasha. That bitch is dumb. She is not going to grasp. All she sees is dollar signs, and all that's all she knows. She's a thirsty bitch. Okay, she is. So you can't teach that motherfucking bitch too many motherfucking goddamn things. You cannot. So she's saying that she don't even know if she's going to tell Tommy, because she don't know if she's going to keep the baby. She going to think about it, but she hasn't told this call. So she said, Tommy don't even know. She said, but you better tell him, because if he finds out on his own, he really ain't going to ever trust you no more. So Tommy is going to go because they was arguing about him killing Ghost or whatever. So he runs out, and he goes to the priest to do a pickup for some money. And while he was in there, he, I guess that since he's in church or whatever, he was starting to talk to him about, this job that, he don't know if he's going to be able to do it. And that's talk about killing ghosts. And so, but rewind. Dre. When she came to the club, told Ghost, look, if you want my money, then you're going to have to get on social media. Because all this motherfucking, this fantasy, this massage, I don't even know what this whole image that you trying to give up, to where you are a mystery, it don't roll like that. Because my supporters and my board people are not going to sit there and go for somebody who is not even seen on social media with their patrons or whatever. So you're going to have to do something. And so, but anyway, Dre came in on the conversation. He was sitting there saying, he said, that's demand and supply. And he broke it down to why he was saying it that way. But he goes back to the little hood, and old dude was telling him how there's going to be a hit out on Tommy by the Koreans. Because the Korean that sit there and was doing the stealing from his father and cut off his finger, he's going to do a drive-by on Tommy when he goes to see the priest. So he goes sees the priest, and he's walking down, and they do the little drive. But Drake calls Ghost. Now this is the only good thing I'm gonna say about Ghost. Drake calls Ghost, and and tells him what's going to happen. And so Ghost goes down there. So they do the little drive-by on Tommy, and they shooting. And then Ghost comes up and he's shooting them on the other side, and they pull off. So one of them, I'm sure Ghost got one of them probably dead. So I mean, I think that's the only good thing about everything that really happened, because Ghost at least came, but he wasn't doing that but saving his ass. But the last thing that came in, and how I started this whole video off, was they both came home, had the hell of a days, and they sitting down, and I'm like, look at how unhappy y'all are. Y'all went through all this thing, this high school crush. We came back together. How happy, and you going through all this, and y'all are so motherfucking. And she said, do you think everybody else is right and we're the wrong ones? And yes, y'all can't even sit there and fucking enjoy each other because y'all don't have nothing real, because he ain't telling you everything, you ain't telling him everything. And how in the fuck y'all gonna have a motherfucking union, and how y'all gonna live happily ever after if y'all's motherfucking ass can't trust each other to tell you what the fuck is going on? Y'all came together on a motherfucking lie. Okay, y'all, 2 things that I forgot that I was supposed to bring up, and I mean, the video was getting so kind of long, and then I started rushing. But when Kanan and Jukebox was in the strip club, and she was like, look, what's your next move? Because you getting up out of here. She's talking about, you done fucked my girl, but you got some money, and now you can go handle your business, or what you get ready. I mean, so what's up? You got to get ready to get up out there. He said, I'm going to go handle this motherfucking goddamn Ghost. And she's like, wait a minute, think about it. Just thinking about it. You go after something that's going to hurt him. Just taking him out, that's the easy way out. But you go after him. What did he, like he took something away from you. What did he take away from you? Now you go out and take something away from him. And y'all, I would hope it would be Angela's motherfucking ass, because that's who really is all about his whole world. Is all about her. He gives a fuck about his kids and Tasha and them for real. But I wish it would be Angela, but it probably would be Tasha or the kids. And I hope that ain't the case. But the last thing of the episode, and I don't know how I forgot this, and I do apologize. That just shows that when you have the munchies and you trying to go downstairs and eat some powdered donuts and shit, how that shit kicks in and goes over you, because you start rushing. You're like, this video is more than 30 minutes. What am I doing? But I cannot leave this part out. Holly's bitch ass, who is going to be the downfall of everybody, sees Tommy get back after he done got the Chinese or Japanese or whatever try to take him out and do the little drive-by, and he come in his arm, he got shot in the arm, or grazed or whatever, and it's bleeding. She's like, and he told her, he said, well, it's Lobos. He gonna find out next episode that it wasn't Lobos, because him and Ghost gonna get together. But right now he's thinking it was Lobos. This bitch talking about, I'm going to the store to get some peroxide and bandages because she didn't want his arm to get infected. That bitch goes to the motherfucking Jamaicans. She always overstepping her fucking boundaries, man. Let's just say that it don't get back to, she don't know these motherfuckers, and she's showing a picture of motherfucking Ghost. Like these motherfuckers don't know who this motherfucker is. Bitch, what is she thinking, man? For real. If Tommy don't leave that bitch alone, she's going to be the death of him. And then she's so dangerous right now, y'all. She's so dangerous because if he don't appease her, then she's that motherfucker that'll do the messy ass shit and bring everybody down. So he's now caught with this motherfucking bitch, and this is not a big killer motherfucker. She really, only way that you're gonna be able to handle Holly is to kill the bitch. And that's one character that we can have eliminated off the show that nobody's gonna really have no qualms about. She ain't that much vital of this show that we gotta have motherfucking Holly. The show won't operate right. That bitch can go. But I had those 2 things, and I don't know. It was, as y'all can see, this powdered donut. I had a munchie like I don't know what, and I had to go get me something to eat. But anyway, peace. Tell me what y'all think.